Historically Black colleges and universities and the faith community have been intertwined in their mission to help the less advantaged achieve their dream of higher education. Join Reverend Dr. Robert Franklin and leaders in the faith community as they share their commitment to the UNCF, students, and HBCUs.
Well, Dr. Lomax, you lead UNCF, and you know the story of the connection between churches and Black colleges. I wonder if you'd reflect on the importance of those connections.
Well, it's a historic connection. Most of the private historically Black colleges and many of the public ones have their roots in Black churches and Black denominations. African Methodist Church, the Colored Methodist Church, now the Christian Methodist Church, but also the Baptist and the Methodist institutions always had a relationship with individual Black congregations and oftentimes Black pastors. So this goes back 150 years. Longstanding relationship, but it's not just a historic relationship, it's a contemporary relationship, because Black colleges continue to be populated by the sons and daughters of congregations. I mean, pastors are sending their kids to those colleges, continuing to do that, and as graduates, they go back into the church.
How would you summarize the contributions of the UNCF schools to the greatness of America?
Well, insofar as there is in Atlanta, it would not be here were it not for these 6 historically Black colleges. But there wouldn't be a Black middle class across the South. There wouldn't have been the kind of participation in the military. And this goes way back to the days after slavery. We grew out of the abolitionist movement. And at one time, there were over 500 schools and colleges.
I can't think of a time in our history other than at the end of the Civil War when paying very strong attention to the strength of the historically Black colleges and universities. It seems to me to be just an imperative for our time.
Professor Welch, I wonder if you could reflect on why HBCUs are worth saving.
Yes, so thank you so much. They're worth saving in a sense because HBCUs are almost like an extension of the Black church in the sense that HBCUs have been a citadel of hope for people on the brink of despair.
The benefits that I received from going to a UNCF were related to vocational development, professional development, relationship development, community engagement. I was a student leader, and the student leadership that I learned at Jarvis Christian College and the investment through the UNCF and those dollars helped prepare me for where I am today. And so oftentimes people will look at our church, which is a church plant in a mainline denomination that's doing very well, one of the leading 100 churches out of more than 30,000. And that's because I went to Jarvis Christian College and then furthered my education at the Interdenominational Theological Center. It's very clear that I would not be where I am outside of the grace of God and the leadership training and development from those 2 great institutions.
What can churches do to continue to support Black colleges?
Yeah, I think it starts real early. As a pastor of a local United Methodist Church, we challenge our young people to excel academically.
Yes.
The other side of that is to challenge the congregation to provide scholarships. A real need for our Black institutions, our UNCF schools, is to have scholarship money for students.
And it's a call of urgency.
Yes.
Time is running out.
Indeed.
You look at our prison industrial complex, and it's overflowing.
Yes.
Our young men are either going to be killed or arrested. That's become commonplace.
Sure.
There's no accident about Ferguson and all that's going on in our community within this context. It has a correlation.
Yes.
And so the call for me is a call of urgency, an emergency call, a 911 call that we need to do something. And it's on our watch that it's failing. It's on our watch.
You've been watching the AIB HBCU Faith Media Campaign. If you are an alum of an HBCU, we invite you to ask members of your congregation to show support for HBCUs by going to give.uncf.org/Atlanta. In addition, if you would like to pledge and commit to a UNCF Day of Worship, please call us at 404-302-8623. Any contribution is appreciated and is a tremendous opportunity to invest in better futures, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Thank you for watching.